That's right guys, I'm back with another reaction video to your collections. We usually do this series by you guys sending me 5 of your collections through our Instagram. That's where you go, by the way, guys. If you want to DM us your collection, you may or may not be featured. We get a lot of requests, by the way. But we go through your 5 collections and I say horrible things about them because I'm just not a nice person. I usually give really bad ratings, sorry. But we're gonna then go through your collection and see what kind of style you like or what you might be missing. And I like to give each collection 2 suggestions relating to what I think might be best for them to add next. We're going through a variety of collection sizes, from beginner-friendly stuff all the way to the more complex collectors. So hopefully everyone learned something new from this video today. Let's begin. The first collection here is quite a nice small one, very compact, concise, 4 fragrances only. Hi Omar, my name is Martin and I'm a huge fan of your content. I started my collection 4 months ago, so I would like to share with you to know how I can improve it. Feel free to roast my collection, thanks. Thanks Martin, I absolutely will roast it. And he says from left to right, one is Everyday, so that's Nico's Sculpture, College, presumably. It's, you know what, that spelling is going to give you a negative 8 out of 10, bro. I'm sorry. Is that colleague or college? Presumably college for Acqua di Gio, the original. Negative 14 out of 10 for your collection. You don't go for the original Acqua di Gio. There are better flankers now. I think that's Le Beau Le Parfum is versatile, and then 1 Million Parfum for clubbing, which is fair enough. I think that's a good suggestion of the categories for your fragrances. I need to actually look up the notes of Nico's Sculpture. I never actually bought that fragrance. I need to remember what notes were in there. So it's a citrus white floral fragrance, more for the spring and summer. Interesting. Orange blossom, jasmine, citruses. Those are quite feminine notes for a men's perfume. But the note breakdown seems quite interesting. It seems like a warm weather scent overall. And by the way, 1 Million Parfum is quite nice. It's an interesting solar, white floral, sweet scent for men, which is quite interesting. So you actually have a very interesting scent straight away. Even having Le Beau Le Parfum as your versatile scent is quite interesting. It's not a traditional scent, in my opinion. I'm not sure why you've categorized 2 different categories, one as everyday, one as versatile. I feel like that's the same category combined into one. But hey man, basically your collection seems like you like the more unsafe stuff, the more interesting, quirky fragrances, apart from obviously Acqua di Gio, the original, which is one of the most safe fragrances of all time. I'll give you 2 suggestions. One, a safer, more traditional foundational scent, and one that's continuing your love for quirkiness. The love for quirkiness fragrance is going to have to be Moschino's Toy Boy. That's right, boys. I had to make a feature in this video. When would it never feature in a school scent video? Never, guys. It's always going to be there. Moschino Toy Boy. Creative, peppery, musky rose with a fantastic performance and fantastic versatility. Try it out, bro. I feel like you like your florals and perfumes, and you like your weird, quirky stuff. I think it would suit your style. You'd be one of my boys, one of the homies. And if you buy it, my rating for your collection will go from negative 14 to a positive 14, just like that in one move. But if you want to keep your negative 14 rating, you can go for a very safe, traditional fragrance that'll do well in your collection. And for me, something like Bleu de Chanel would just fit in here really nicely. You like a more artistic stuff, which Bleu de Chanel to me is still artistic, but it's very safe. Gives you another style to work with in your beginner collection. Go for the Eau de Parfum. I think that's the most beginner-friendly one out of them all. 32% of people who watch School of Scent are subscribed to us. If you guys want to see our channel grow, to really help us out, click subscribe. Let's get that number to 40%. Thank you. And then Ahmed sent in his collection with his first picture here, which is pretty cool, a nice layout. He said to me, I started to like your opinion, quality over quantity. I'm thinking of replacing CH Privé, Eros and Dunhill with high quality fragrances like Naxos. Can you please give me your opinion and evaluate my collection, please? Thank you. That's a shame he said you're getting rid of CH Privé because you want quality over quantity. I think CH Privé is quality. It's one of the best discontinued fragrances. I still have my bottle. I think it's fantastic. But okay, your collection went from this to this. So you streamlined your collection. Okay, you want quality over quantity. You've done a great move with Amouage Interlude Black Iris. One of the best winter fragrances ever made. A 10 out of 10 as a winter scent. Dior Homme Parfum, 12 out of 10. Noir Extreme Parfum, fantastic. Naxos, L'Homme Ideal, EDP. These are all fantastic picks, actually. I don't know what that one fragrance is at the bottom. Aigner Pour Homme, Blue Emotion. Any fragrance called Blue Emotion, it needs to go as well, bro. And it should have carried on with the culling. I am not trusting that name. I'm not even going to look up the notes for that fragrance. But so far, I like your picks. I'd give your collection so far a 16 out of 10. It's really good. You really have gone for my advice of quality over quantity, apart from that one bottle at the bottom there. I say if you want to carry on that trend. If you really just want to streamline your collection, not have too many fragrances, get rid of that Club de Nuit and replace it with Nishane's Hacivat or Terence Hughes Supernova. One of the two for that category, because they give a higher quality blend and feel to that Aventus-esque style, this smoky pineapple citrus perfume, but they're both done in a really nice way. They're both beastly performers. I think you'll be happy with either one of them. If you want a more mature style, go for Hacivat. If you want a more safe and more appropriate for all age groups, go for Supernova. But I'll count those two as just one suggestion. My other suggestion would be something not as fresh. My sweet suggestion to you would be Mancera's Amore Caffè. Beautiful, high quality gourmand. I say to people, if you enjoy Noir Extreme by Tom Ford, you'll enjoy that fragrance. Not meaning that they're clones, but the artistic merit is there in both fragrances. They're both beautiful gourmands that smell very wearable to me. They're both fairly unisex. Amore Caffè is one of the best coffee fragrances ever made. I didn't think I'd enjoy a coffee fragrance that much. I think they've done a fantastic job with the concept of their note breakdown for that fragrance. Okay, Karen has actually sent his collection to me in the form of a video, so that's quite fun. Let's watch together. Okay, so let's start off first. Okay, this video is going too quickly. Negative 28 for you, bro. It has to be done. But we got a lot of Creed, some Middle Eastern house fragrances, Silver Scent, which apparently is meant to be a beastly line, very strong. Oud Touch is very strong, a very strong cheapie. If you want performance from your cheapie, go for Oud Touch by Frank Olivier. Oud Wood, okay, you got a mixture of clones, safe stuff, spice bombs. You love your spicy fragrances for sure. Your Acqua di Gios, your Dior Homme, more Middle Eastern fragrances, and more clones as well. Amir Al Oud Intense at the top there is a really great clone or rendition of By the Fireplace by Maison Margiela. A really great clone. If you want a more masculine, more wearable version of By the Fireplace, go for that clone. It's very cheap as well. Okay, more clones. Terre de Mes, fantastic, and Ultramel. You got a variety of styles here. Really impressed by the variety of fragrances you have. So one variety of fragrances you do like are the spicy stuff, as shown by all those spice bombs just chilling out there in the video, as well as the fact that a lot of your Middle Eastern scents also have a lot of spice to them. A really underrated spicy scent would be something like Memo's African Leather, very photorealistic, almost spice cabinet-esque fragrance that dries down to very smooth leather. A bit more challenging, it'll add a new nuance to your collection, something to try out, sample it first. And then for your fresh suggestion, I do notice that you have a lot of citrus aquatic freshies, you have a lot of iris scents. So I would suggest in general to kind of combine those two concepts together and have a clean, everyday iris scent. So although it pains me to suggest this fragrance, I will say Prada L'Homme, the original scent, would fit your collection very nicely. And then if you want even more dark iris fragrances, go for Prada L'Homme Intense. But go for the original first, I think it'll suit you well. David has sent in this collection. I don't like the fact that some of the fragrance bottles are being cut off, so it's a negative 8 out of 10 for you, bro, I'm sorry. But this collection seems solid. It has an interesting variety of styles, some designer, niche, clones, Middle Eastern houses. Ministry of Oud Satin. I don't think I've ever seen that fragrance before. Let me just look at the notes quickly. Okay, I should have guessed from the name. It's a clone of MFK's Oud Satin Mood. Looking at the notes, and reminds me of Section on Fragrantica. So Oud Satin Mood is basically a rose and oud fragrance that has a sort of gourmand Turkish delight effect to it, sort of like a rose water effect that sweet has as well. So it's a cool scent. And in fairness, this clone has high ratings on Fragrantica, so I don't blame you, bro. Maybe it's a really good value for money. I don't know how much it costs. Now, okay, in fairness, I'm seeing it for £35 and it's got good ratings and apparently good longevity as well. So maybe actually this is a fantastic clone. Maybe some people who've tried it, and let us know in the comments down below if you have good experience with this clone. As I said, I like your collection, variety of styles. I will say you don't really have a particularly focused office fragrance in your collection. You seem like a young guy from your picture, so I would go for a youthful office scent that suits the fragrance families you already like. People may not agree with me, but actually I will suggest Armani Code Profumo. That can be a versatile scent, but I think the softer projection and how clean and elegant it is, I do think that could be your office fragrance. I feel like it would suit your style really well and give you another versatile scent with a different style as well to it that you can try out. And then I see you're going into niche, you're exploring it more, so I suggest maybe another niche fragrance for you. I like the fact you're exploring cool niche summer fragrances like 14 Knots that I love on this channel, and sadly it's pretty cool as well. I suggest another niche new summer fragrance that's from a new house, that is going to be Trouble in Paradise, Memoirs of a Perfume Collector. You add a mango fragrance into your collection. You add actually, I think your first oud fragrance in your collection as well. So it's mango, oud, rum, amber, a super cool tropical scent. One of my favorites from the house, one of my favorite summer fragrances in general, a really sexy scent. You should definitely check it out, bro. And then lastly, Mohammed's collection, which is just beastly, beautifully photographed. There's a lot of fragrances here, which makes my job more difficult. So I'm going to give you a negative 42 out of 10, but this is actually a beautiful collection. I really love it when your submissions are so beautifully photographed like that. It really is just so nice to look at. It's nice for me and for viewers. So really thank you guys for taking the time to set them out so nicely. You have a fairly nice balance of sweet versus fresh, but you're leaning a little bit more on the fresh side overall. You got the foundational scents, you're going into niche now. You got some interesting fragrances in here, like Pure Excess is fairly interesting, although it's still a designer scent overall. Aqua 2016 or Aqua 2024, maybe it's one of those two fragrances, because they're now, that fragrance got re-released recently, so that's up there. That's a cool fragrance to have in there. If the 2024 version is like the 2016 version, I think it's a great fragrance, guys. I used to own 2016, not sure if I still have it. I think it's a great scent, a really nice, long-lasting, salty, aquatic fragrance. I definitely think you could go more into niche, and I see a sad lack of gourmands in your collection. I see you like relatively safe fragrances, but I want you to have a niche gourmand. I'm gonna go for Kilian Angel Share. A 10 out of 10 fragrance. Boozy, sexy cognac mixed with praline, cinnamon. It's almost like an apple pie became an elegant evening-esque fragrance, and you just smell like pure elegance. A beautiful, balanced, airy, ambered out gourmand. Unisex, easily 10 hours of medium projection. If you want compliments, you want a really beautiful scent that just makes you smell elevated, you want to wear something really nice in a special occasion, that's the fragrance you should go for. But if you want a more affordable gourmand selection from myself, go for Alexandria's Apple Crumbs, a very good clone of Ojan by Parfum de Marly, which smells like an apple pie. It's an apple cinnamon fragrance, apple crumbs. Even though apple is not listed as one of the notes in Ojan, I do think it smells like an apple pie. I'm not the only one who says this. And funnily enough, Alexandria had the fragrance clone of that fragrance be Apple Crumbs. A really good clone, very nicely blended, very realistic, and lasted a good amount of time as well. So check that fragrance out if you want a more affordable gourmand to add to your collection. And that concludes this video, guys. Thank you to everyone who submitted their collection today. Obviously, my ratings are a joke, guys. It's not serious. I think you've all done fantastic. Really great collections. Thank you so much, guys. Do you guys agree or disagree with the suggestions I gave today? Again, I tried to give 2 different suggestions for each fragrance, 10 in total, that I think would elevate what they already have. Again, guys, if you want to submit your collections, send us a DM on Instagram. I can't guarantee I'll feature you in the next video, but you never know. Hopefully I will. If you guys want to see more parts of this series, let us know in the comments down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to check out our previous part to this series. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.